Warm greetings from the high 10. Everyday shenanigans. Welcome. It is Sunday, January 26, 2020, bringing you another update to the Kobe Bryant tragedy out of Calabasas, California. And I'm sorry to have to keep jumping back on. I really wish these outlets would just confirm, everyone that perished instead of, having to keep, reading and rereading more updates. If you understand what I'm saying, it's a lot to deal with. You keep getting the updates, and it would just be nice if they had waited and confirmed all the people aboard and then break the story. But I guess with news, they do it how they see fit. This information is brought to you by ESPN. NBA legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter were among several people killed in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California on Sunday, a source confirmed to Adrian Wojnarowski. Bryant was 41. Bryant was on his way to a travel basketball game with his daughter, Gianna Bryant, who was 13 when the helicopter crashed, sources said. Those aboard the helicopter also included another player and parent. Los Angeles County Sheriff Alex Villanueva said in a news conference later Sunday that there were no survivors, and according to the flight manifest, there were 9 people on board the helicopter. Los Angeles County Fire Chief Daryl Osby said the Federal Aviation Administration is on the scene and will work with the National Transportation Safety Board to investigate the crash. He said authorities will not release names of victims until they are identified and next of kin notified. Orange Coast College baseball coach John Altabelli was among the victims. His assistant Ron LaRuffa told the Orange County Register. Altabelli won 4 California Community College titles in his 24 years at the school. A source told ESPN's own Young Music that the Lakers found out about Bryant's death while on the team flying home from Philadelphia. Everyone is in shock, a team source said. The crash comes one day after Bryant was passed by Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James for third place on the NBA's all-time scoring list. As late as 10:39 p.m. Eastern Standard on Saturday, Bryant was active on social media, congratulating James on Twitter during the Lakers' 108-91 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. James inscribed his sneakers with Mamba for Life and 824 KB in gold marker before the game, showing respect for Bryant, an 18-time All-Star with the Lakers who is eligible for the Basketball Hall of Fame this year. All week in the lead up to the milestone, he was quick to laud Bryant. It's another guy that I looked up to when I was in grade school and high school, James said. Seeing him come straight out of high school, he is someone that I used as an inspiration. It was like, wow, seeing a kid 17 years old come into the NBA trying to make an impact on a franchise. I used it as motivation. He helped me before he even knew of me because of what he was able to do. So just to be able to, at this point of my career, to share the same jersey that he wore, be with this historical franchise, and just represent the purple and gold, it's very humbling and it's dope. Kobe's a legend, that's for damn sure. A 6'6" small forward with the ability to swing up front and play point or shooting guard, Bryant entered the NBA straight out of high school. In 1996, at age 18, he became the youngest player in NBA history. He won 5 NBA titles in his time with the Lakers, as well as 2 Olympic gold medals playing for the United States. Now, 4th on the NBA's all-time scoring list with 33,643 points, Bryant won 2 NBA Finals MVP awards and 1 NBA regular season MVP nod in 2008. Shaquille O'Neal, who won 3 titles with Bryant in Los Angeles, posted on Instagram, "There's no words to express the pain I'm going through now with this tragic and sad moment of losing my friend. My brother, my partner in winning championships, my dude, my homie. I love you, brother, and you will be missed. My condolences goes out to the Bryant family and families of the other passengers on board. I'm sick right now." This week marked the 14-year anniversary of Bryant's 81-point game against the Toronto Raptors, still the second most points ever scored in the NBA game behind Wilt Chamberlain's 100. The NBA family is devastated by the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement, "For 20 seasons, Kobe showed us what is possible when remarkable talent blends with an absolute devotion to winning. He was one of the most extraordinary players in the history of our game with accomplishments that are legendary. 5 NBA championships, an NBA MVP award, 18 NBA All-Star selections, and 2 Olympic gold medals, but he will be remembered most for inspiring people around the world to pick up a basketball and to compete the very best of their ability. He was generous with the wisdom he acquired and saw it as his mission to share it with future generations of players, taking special delight in passing down his love of the game to Gianna. We send our heartfelt condolences to his wife Vanessa and their family, the Lakers organization, and the entire sports world." The NBA played its game Sunday, something the fiercely competitive Bryant likely would have appreciated. A moment of silence was held at the first NBA game of the day, the Nuggets versus the Rockets in Denver. The Raptors and the Suns each allowed 24 seconds to run off the clock on the first 2 possessions without playing. Orlando took a 24-second violation, and the Magic followed with an 8-second backcourt violation. The Knicks and Nets also took shot clock violations at Madison Square Garden, which was lit in purple and gold. The Pelicans and Celtics also took violations, and Boston Jaylen Brown pretended to take a shot as the shot clock hit 8. Bryant passed his childhood idol Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list in 2014. Jordan embraced Bryant, fueling his passion for the game. The two had a memorable matchup in Bryant's first All-Star game selection in New York's Madison Square Garden, and later when Jordan played for the Washington Wizards. Bryant scored 42 points in a half en route to 55 for the game against him. "He knows how much I've learned from him," Bryant said of Jordan in 2014, "from the other legends and him in particular. I am in shock over the tragic news of Kobe's and Gianna's passing," Jordan said in a statement. "Words can't describe the pain I'm feeling. I love Kobe. He was like a little brother to me. We used to talk often, and I will miss those conversations very much. He was a fierce competitor, one of the greats of the game, and a creative force. Kobe was also an amazing dad who loved his family deeply and took great pride in his daughter's love for the game of basketball. Yvette Prieto, Jordan's wife, joins me in sending my deepest condolences to Vanessa, the Lakers organization, and basketball fans around the world. A Philadelphia native, Bryant was selected number 13 overall in 1996 by the Charlotte Hornets before being traded to the Lakers. He wore with the Lakers both number 8 and 24, both of which were retired by the franchise. He was credited with changing how NBA front offices viewed wing talent coming out of high school into the draft. "I'm happy just to be in any conversation with Kobe Bean Bryant. One of all-time greatest basketball players to ever play. One of all-time greatest Lakers," James said Saturday night. "The man got 2 jerseys hanging up in Staples Center. It's just crazy." Bryant is the only player in NBA history to have multiple jerseys retired by a single franchise. On November 29, 2015, Bryant announced he intended to retire at the end of the season, which launched a farewell tour for the ages. He played in 66 games that season for Los Angeles, averaging 17.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 2-point assists. Rachel Nichols discusses Kobe Bryant's relationship with his children, including his daughter Gianna, who died in a helicopter crash with Kobe. In his final game on April 13, 2016, he scored 60 points, leading the Lakers past the Utah Jazz at 101-96. Another Lakers legend, Magic Johnson, also said he was heartbroken over Bryant's death. While Bryant was an unqualified star on the court, he did have controversy off it. He was accused of sexual assault in Colorado in 2003. The criminal case was dropped the next year, but Bryant still issued an apology. He said he considered the encounter to be consensual, but recognized that the woman did not and does not view this incident the same way I did. Bryant married Vanessa Lane Bryant in 2001, and they had 4 daughters together. The youngest is just 7 months old. Bryant's father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, is also a former NBA player. Hundreds of people gathered at a makeshift memorial outside Staples Center in Los Angeles. Bryant transitioned into a post-basketball life that was far from retirement. He won an Academy Award in 2018, taking home an Oscar for the animated short, Dear Basketball. Bryant also created a children's book series inspired by his love for Harry Potter, and it became a New York Times bestseller. Met star Jeff McNeil played for Altabelli, who managed Brewster in the Cape Cod League 2012. He's one of the main reasons I'm still playing professional baseball, McNeil told ESPN's Jeff Passan of Altabelli. McNeil said he had struggled in college at Long Beach State, but one of his coaches called Altabelli a California junior college legend and asked him to bring McNeil to the Cape anyway. He took a chance on me and kept me the whole summer, McNeil said. Him taking that chance on me, having me on his team, got me drafted. Colin Storm was in his living room in Calabasas when he heard what sounded like a low-flying airplane or helicopter. It was very foggy, so we couldn't see anything, he said, according to a report by the Associated Press. But then we heard some sputtering and then a boom. The fog then cleared a bit and the storm could see smoke rising from the hillside in front of his home. Juan Bonilla of Calabasas said he was working on his roof Sunday morning when he heard a helicopter flying low. He said he thought it was a sheriff's helicopter on a training mission. He heard nothing amiss with the engine or rotors and said he did not see any mechanical issue with the chopper. It was foggy, but he said visibility didn't seem to be low at the time of the crash. Osby said firefighters found a quarter-mile brush fire when they hiked into the scene. Paramedics were lowered from a helicopter. FAA spokesman Alan Knitzer said the downed chopper was a Sikorsky S-76. The NTSB sent a GO team of investigators to the site. The NTSB typically issues a preliminary report within about 10 days. That will give a rough summary of what investigators have learned. A ruling on the cause can take a year or more. ESPN's Dave McMenamin and the Associated Press contributed to this report by ESPN. My prayers and condolences once again to the Bryant family, the league, and the community, and those who perished, their family. It's a tragic day in America for Mr. Bryant and his family and those who were on that helicopter. I had no idea it was at 9. 9 people perished. And in my right mind, I'm trying to understand how that many people were on a helicopter. But I guess they make them bigger now to house that many people. But this is a tragic, tragic event. And my prayers and condolences to all those who perished and their families and friends. I will bring you another update to the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna and those who were on that helicopter today. Like and share. I am Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me, my subscribers, new friends. I will be back again. Bye-bye.